Hi there, welcome to another video. For people that are new to this channel, my name is Andy. Last year, at the end of May, I found myself in a situation where I had my car keys, I had a bin bag full of clothes, and was staying in Airbnbs in Greece at the height of the season, and I needed somewhere to live. So I came upon this abandoned Benetau first 305, which was, well, the engine was in bits, the soul bars were floating, it was aground on long lines, and it was a bit of a mess. And I bought it for €400. I spent 6 weeks basically, first week making sure it didn't sink, 4 weeks in the yard replacing the engine and all of the through hull fittings and making sure that everything was seaworthy, and then another week basically getting it to a point where I could live on board. And I've been doing it up ever since. We're in the spring of 2025 now, and the boat is almost finished, and I'm getting it ready to sell so I can move on to another project. And my plan is to basically use the money from this boat to buy another abandoned boat, or another boat that is in serious need of work, and then do that up and carry on trading up until I've got something that is a fairly decent sailing boat that I can start to go exploring and travel the world. So if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, notify so you see new videos, and join me on the journey. And thanks for watching. Okay, starting on painting this out now, and I'm also, as you can see here, building a battery shelf as I go. I've decided what I'm going to do is paint this in stages. So I've just taken all the trim off for that front piece to get that stained. This piece is going to be painted next, and this piece. And while I'm at it, I'm going to fix this wire, which is for the nav lights, and get that in permanently. And then gradually start moving forward from there. Okay, so 2 coats of primer are on, looking a lot brighter in here already. Obviously I've got to take off the trim and sand it before I can stain it, but that's fine, that's just more work. Looking quite nice, so let that go off and then I can start on glossing. So while I'm waiting for paint to dry, I thought I'd have a go with this little battery powered pressure washer. The pipe is like just strung out the back of the boat off the stern into the water, and yeah, it's not a lot of pressure, but it's sort of moving the dirt around at least. So yeah, while I'm waiting for shore power to be able to get the big pressure washer up and running, this is not too bad just to get things a little bit cleaner. So yeah, going to get the sieve out in a second and just give it a scrub, and hopefully that'll take a lot of the worst of it off. The gloss is on as well, looking quite nice. So yeah, I've sorted out all of the battery terminals, got the navigation lights working as part of that. So yeah, now I've got to let that dry, and while I'm doing that I can finish off, tidy it up in here, get out there, do a bit of a clean out there. So as you can see, it's starting to look a little bit better. Once I've done that, well, we'll see what's next.
Now I remember the problem with this thing, the battery doesn't last 5 minutes. But the cockpit is cleaner than it was, and will get cleaner still. So I have dropped the anchor into place. That I need to raise on the windlass now. The windlass is wired in and operational, so that's all good. Close this. There we go. So clean off all the mess around here. The nav light is in. That's good. It's all wired in. So yeah, we're getting jobs done today. Getting jobs done. Got some more trim staining there. Just letting it dry. And then Theo's just nipped off the boat, so just gonna supervise him and make sure he's happy, and then we're good. So yeah, looks a bit weird without a mast, but we're getting closer now. End of another day. There's a taste of how it's going to look with the stained trim. So I've just done the front piece there on this side, so I've got this one to do, and obviously the top ones, but I think it's going to come together really nicely. I'm really pleased so far. Yeah, and Theo is like playing up, he's wanting some food. I promised him some chicken. 20 to 8 in the morning. Been up since 7 this morning. Glorious sunrise, glorious. So the front cabin, I've put the mattresses back in, so I've still got some of the trim to stain, but this has turned up, and so just been reading through the manual of this. Yeah, this should do quite nicely. So I'm looking to get this up and running so that I can start charging batteries and things. So, and running power tools and vacuum cleaners and yeah, everything like that. So we're going to crack on and get that sorted. Mattress is back in. Doesn't look bad. Tried to raise the anchor and the fuse is popping, so I need to sort that. Obviously I've got a wire touching or something's not right, and then I can take some more of this trim off and stain it and see where we go. Time to start work on my galley worktop. So this is the board that many moons ago I actually cut out as a template, and I turned it upside down and I painted it, and now I've used the release wax on it. Now there is actually another layer of PVA to go on there, but I don't have it, so I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a try, because the PVA is just making it easier to release it, and as I've got plenty of wax on there, and I'm impatient, so I'm going to give it a try and paint this with gel coat and see if I can get a nice smooth surface. So wish me luck.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh.
First coat on. I'm going to leave that for 10 or 15 minutes. Just let it go off a little bit, then put another coat on, just to give it a bit of thickness. I'm planning on using the entire tin, I think, just to give it that thickness, and then we'll start with the fibreglass and see what happens from there. It's the fibreglass that will give it the rigidity. I suspect that this is not going to release the way it's gone on there. It's pretty much quite hard. So this could be a failed experiment, but you know, no harm, no foul, you know. I've ordered the PVA anyway, and I've got plenty of release wax left. It's only a bit of MDF and some gel coat, so we'll give it a go. If it works, brilliant. If it doesn't, well, at least I've tried, you know. The new generator's doing a good job, so I'm about to stick that back on board and stick the battery charger onto the starter motor battery. Just give that a bit of juice. I need a sort of permanent place to stick this. I was thinking about sticking it under there when it's not in use, just to get it out of the elements. Oh, there's 3 layers of fiberglass on there. I'm pretty sure I cocked up the gel coat layer. Can you see where it's bled through there? So I'm pretty sure the gel coat layer is going to be crap, but that's okay because I'm used to dealing with gel coat. So if I turn it over and it's not good enough, then I'll just paint some more gel coat on and then sand it flat until I'm happy with it. So it just means a bit more work. So I'll let that cure and then cut off the edges, and hopefully I can separate it from the board. We shall see. So that's one job on its way. After a day in the sun, it has peeled off and the shape is there, so I'm calling that a success. Okay, it's red, but once I have put another layer of gel coat on that and sanded it, it should be absolutely fine. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to take it inside and tidy up, and then tomorrow's another day, so we'll give it a go. Well, it's fit in place. Yes, I know it looks a bit awful, but as I say, once I've got a piece of bit of gel coat on that, it'll look all right, and then I can glue it down. So gel coat first and sand. Once I've done that, take it off, cut the hatches for the sink or sinks and the freezer, and then I can epoxy it down. So these little bits of string are to help me lift it, and yeah, all good. Okay, so it's a little job, but I'm replacing the bulkhead compass because the one that's on there is leaking and is UV damaged. So it shouldn't take too long. I've already undone the collet and the bolts, so that's that bit. I'm just going to prise it off from the outside now, and then I can then carry on with the countertop. And yeah, just a little job to get out of the way, gets the box out of the way, and yeah, I can throw the old stuff. There we go, old and new. What a difference, eh? So it's gone in that hole there. Just going to clean the hole up with a bit of acetone just to make sure the seal sticks, and then we're ready to assemble. Looks good, looks very good, and if it lasts as long as its predecessor it should be fine. And it looks as though it's reading just about right as well. So cool, much better. Haven't wired in the light for it yet. That's because the light wasn't wired in on the old one. So I shall start troubleshooting that at some point. But for now, I'm going to crack on with just tidying the boat and getting the galley worktop finished. So I've just painted a layer of gel coat on. It's not perfect, it's still got the red screaming through, but I think it's going to work. So I'm using a roller brush and I'm tipping the gel coat on there and then brushing it out. And using the roller to flatten it. So I'm getting dimples, but that's okay, they'll sand. So I need to get rid of all of these little pinholes that are in there as well. So it's going to be a bigger job than I expected, but it'll be worth it when it's finished, I think. So looking good so far. There's another bunch of the trim stained. Just let that dry, put it in the coat, so I can get back onto the gel coat on the countertop now. Hopefully that will have set enough for me to put another layer on. Okay, so that's an entire can of gel coat, and it's been tipped and rolled on, so it's by no means smooth, but it has covered all of the pinholes. I've no doubt once I start sanding this, they will come back and I'll start to see some red come through again. But if it does, there's another can of gel coat to go on, and I'll keep doing that until this is absolutely smooth and white and ready for finishing off. Easter Sunday, and I've got the final bit of trim off to go. I've got my countertop off, ready to sand. Generator's here. Need to go and get some fuel. Hopefully the petrol station's open, with it being Easter, and then we're ready to go. So yeah, get all this lot sorted, and then we can start to have a really good tidy up. Okay, so I have sanded it flat, and is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. It's burnt through in places, but that's what I expected to happen. So I've got another coat at least to put on, and you can see where it's burnt through here. And there are tiny little pinpricks still in certain places, but does it absolutely need to be perfect? I think it actually adds a bit of character if it's not. So I'm going to put another coat of gel coat on it, sand that flat, and then fit it, I think. Call it a day. That's the last of the trim. That's all now dry. I'm going to fit that, and that's the front cabin then finished. So we're cracking on. Jenny's doing great. So a lot of tidying up to do though. Okay, so fitted it back in for now because it's Sunday, can't get the gel coat till tomorrow. But I don't think it looks bad at all. I like it. So, right, on to the next job. Okay, so I just put the main lithium battery on charge. For some reason the battery monitor has been saying this is down at 6%, but the battery charger is on absorption. It's 14 volts, so I think there's a problem with the battery monitor. I've just remade this cable here, which is the earth cable onto the shunt. This is where the battery monitor connects, and so that now seems to have reset it. So I'm just going to let this finish charging, and then we'll recalibrate the battery monitor. And then I've already charged the other battery, which is through that bulkhead there. So once we get into a new day and the shops are open, I'll get a couple more battery cables and join these two batteries together just to give me a bit more grunt. I think that should be good. Now you can see all these cables here, and the cables here and up here all need redoing, so to make it nice and neat and tidy, that is a job to do at some point. I've also got the light for the compass to sort, but I'm still finishing the front cabin, so I'm going to do that and then work from there. Well, that's the front cabin, looking pretty nice, I think. Looking very nice. So yeah, all good. I've just got a little bit there to do just to finish it off, and I've got this paint dribble here to get off, and I think I'm good. I'm good. So the next job is under here. I need to sort out why the anchor is blowing its fuse. Once I've done that, we're good. On to the next one.